All right, everybody, we are live again. Dynasty Mirror Search for Uhuru, and tonight's topic, and we're gonna walk through this. We're gonna take our time with this and really speak on this. How is the recent Nigerian election going to affect the Nigerian diaspora? Now, O'Shea, who we just had on recently, right? You remember O'Shea, don't you?
Yes.
This is the statement he made. He said, now, what did he say? He said, O'Shea said that with Buhari winning, this is going to give Nigerians even more excuses to still immigrate to America. That's what he said. So I don't know. How do you think this election with Buhari winning? I think is it Atiku?
Yeah, Atiku was the opposition, the main guy.
So I think Atiku is going to actually contest the election and challenge it. So I don't know how that's going to play out. I don't know how that works out. So what are your thoughts on it so far? I mean,
yes,
do you like Buhari? Like, I mean, what are your thoughts on Buhari? I mean, it's weird because like when I'm in Nigeria and I ask about, shout out to Gregory Wyatt for the super chat. Thank you, brother. When I'm in Nigeria and I talk politics, like it's split. Like some people love Buhari, some people hate him. Like it's weird. But then, you know, when you're on social media, you have people who are just shocked and upset that he won. But on the streets, you know, a lot of people like Buhari. You know, even though I don't agree with him spending, you know, that amount of time in Europe getting treated when, I mean, I'm sure you got doctors in Nigeria. But anyways, what I mean, what are your thoughts on
okay,
Buhari?
Yeah, thank you, Dinas, for giving me this opportunity again.
So, no problem,
brother. In my personal opinion, what I think about Buhari is he's not the right man for the job.
You said not, or he's not, or he is?
He's not the right person
to
move Nigeria forward. In all fairness, Buhari, since he came into power, the country has progressed a little bit in terms of corruption fighting. Like Buhari went all out against corrupt people, right?
Oh, he did really?
Yeah, he did. He actually did. But the results are not commensurate to what he originally stated. Because ever since Buhari came into power, there's only been a few people that have actually been incarcerated. And, you know, with the dire situation that we are in the country, we need someone that will move the country forward at a faster pace. But then again, when it comes to Atiku, personally, I would actually rather Buhari be there than Atiku.
Okay, so what's wrong with Atiku?
I mean, Atiku was recently the vice president, and he was there for 8 years. While he was the vice president, the president, Obasanjo, and Atiku, they had a major beef during the end of their tenure. And then there is this popular thing that goes on in Nigeria whereby politicians from the ruling party, whenever they have a problem with that ruling party, they move to the other party because there are two main parties, right? There's the PDP and APC. So whenever politicians from PDP have a problem with the members of their party, they move to APC and vice versa. The same thing APC members do. So it's pretty much a joke, in my opinion, because it's like, just imagine Donald Trump having a beef with all those guys in the Republican Party, and then he decides to move to the Democrats in like 2 months. And then 6 months down the line, he moves back to the Republican Party. They do that a lot, you know, the PDP guys and the APC guys. So it's pretty much a joke at this point, right? And then if you think about it, Atiku, while he was the vice president, he was in the opposition party. And then when he contested for this presidency, he was with the other party. So these guys are, in my opinion, they're a little bit selfish because as long as the agenda to rule the country and progress with their own plans, if it's not going to work for them with the party that they are in, they switch to the next party. Mm-hmm. So to them, it's not really about the people, though they claim their manifestos that, yes, we're going to do this for the people. They make lots of empty promises that never come to fruition, right? That happens all the time. Now, back to the original question, why I don't like Atiku. I don't like Atiku because while he was the vice president, he enriched himself.
Yeah, somebody was just saying that in the chat room. He stole hella money, 2007.
Yeah, he enriched himself like massively. Like right now, Atiku has massive investments in Nigeria, like all over the country. He's one of the richest Nigerians, pretty much. And then
Dangote?
Sorry, say that again.
Richer than Dangote? Dangote?
No. Dangote is the richest man in Nigeria, I think. Yeah, he should be the richest
man. Black man on the planet, period, on paper.
Yeah, the entire planet. But I'll tell you what, bro. The way most of those guys got their wealth.
Yeah, in fact, somebody was telling me that even how much money that's on the books per Forbes, people are saying that they're even richer than that.
Most definitely. I agree. Because those guys have so much money that they can't declare the money because
right.
If you want to investigate how they got their money, you would come to a conclusion that it's unrealistic how they acquired so much money.
Right.
So they pretty much finessed the system.
Mm-hmm.
They finessed the people in power. And there is a lot of tribal sentiment that has to do with this. You just have to know that as well.
Right.
Because whenever there is someone in power that is from their ethnic group or that is a friend of theirs, they are able to harness that, that process. And then they get the wealth. They somehow turn into the richest people on the continent, and it's just ridiculous. But Atiku, he has dirty hands, man. He's done quite a few dirty things.
Can I ask a question real quick? Just because I'll forget. Now, don't correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm not going to say the name. I'm going to say I don't know if it's Atiku or who it was. But wasn't there a politician, Nigerian politician, who ran for president that was supposed to stand trial for murder in America?
I'm not sure what Atiku was charged for. No, Atiku was
charged for something here in America.
Yeah, I think there was a murder case too with the Atiku investigation. But the main thing was corruption, Halliburton, billions of dollars, looting money. I'm not sure what the exact intricate details are, but it had to do with corruption in the States.
But here in America, right?
In America, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look up what it was for, but I heard that somewhere. So
yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, man. Like I mean, Buhari himself has a bad history as well, right? Because he did a lot of terrible things, I would say, in the 80s when he was the head of the military, head of state. And then he came back claiming he's trying to fight corruption. But there is that ethnic sentiment to it because he's been going after people from other tribes a lot. There's been video evidences of people from Buhari's party collecting bribes, being involved in corrupt activities, and nothing happens. There was a governor in a state in Nigeria. This guy was recorded, and the video is all over social media.
Mm-hmm.
Taking a bribe of, I'm not sure how much it was. It was dollars. And it was like, I don't know, millions of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not sure what it was.
Mm-hmm.
After that video surfaced and went viral, nothing happened. That guy still contested in this last election. So I understand that Buhari is trying, but if he's supposed to be taking 10 steps, he's only taking 2 steps.
Okay.
Right? So, I mean, we need real people. We need real people like Julius Malema, people that are not scared to speak their mind. That's what we need. We don't need people like Buhari. We don't need people like Atiku. In my opinion, Buhari, if you're going to choose between 2 evils, Buhari is a little bit better than Atiku.
Okay.
in my opinion. Yeah.
Okay. So in the so I'm reading this article. It says Atiko's had a visa restriction placed on him by the USA for 13 years. I got to read through it to see what for, but it had to do something with, like you said, corruption. Let's see here. Let's see here. Abu Bakr. His name is Abu Bakr. Yeah, Atiku Abu Bakr. Okay, has not visited the U.S. since 2007 when he left office as Nigeria's vice president. He served under former President Obasanjo, who had serially accused Abu Bakr of fraud while in office and claims that he was linked to corruption charges filed in the U.S. Okay, so it was corruption. It wasn't murder. It was corruption. Okay.
It was corruption. But I think someone died in the process of the whole corruption.
Yeah, somebody kept bringing up somebody was killed and he was.
Yeah, I think someone died. But then again, like what's it called? So Atiku, sorry, it's the entire mess that I'm talking about right now. So all these guys, they are pretty much the same. They don't mean well. I mean, if you're like 70 years old and you want to rule a country like Nigeria, that is unrealistic. If you're 70 years old, you can rule a country like America, because America already has a system going on. They have a structure, right? But a country like Nigeria that is pretty much almost virgin, you need to be physically active. You need to be mentally active. You need to know what you're doing. And you need to make proactive measures to move the economy forward. Buhari, let me crack this joke to you, bro.
Go ahead.
There's been a couple of times in recent times that Buhari made very funny mistakes. So he was on a campaign trail with his vice president. The vice president is an intelligent guy, by the way, but I don't trust him that much either. Now, he was he forgot his vice president's name. Check that out. And this happened in 2019, this year. They were campaigning. They passed him the microphone, and he was supposed to mention the vice president's name. And he totally messed it up. He said something else. So it's like people are suspecting this guy probably has dementia as well. Like there's so many things wrong with him. Another time, check this out.
Yeah.
Buhari was on the stage and he was about to make a speech. It was during the election campaign, the recent one. Okay. And then Buhari said, ever since we took power in 2005, that cracked me up, man. This guy came into power in 2015. So he thinks he's been in power since 2005. So, I mean, it's hilarious sometimes. It's a joke. But unfortunately, these people have such a negative impact on millions of people. Like, we need better people in that position. If back to the previous discussion we had, we're talking about Nigerians in diaspora having the ability to vote. Right. If that is possible, I bet you most Nigerians in diaspora would have voted for Showore.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So I always hear some Nigerians, a few, trying to pin like Boko Haram on Buhari, like it's an inside job and that they're collaborating. Have you heard this before? Because I guess this Buhari is a Muslim from the north, that he's in cahoots with Boko Haram.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, right? Buhari has the tendency to want to Islamize anything that is around him. He has that tendency, right? But at the same time, you can't really point out any evidence that he's responsible for stuff like that, because people are emotional. And whenever people are emotional, they throw out their ability to be rational. So whenever people make those types of complaints, it's coming from the emotional standpoint. They don't have any evidence that Buhari is responsible for Boko Haram.
Right. Of course.
Before Buhari became the president, they had already been Boko Haram. Right? Now, when it comes to the other major violent group that we're experiencing in Nigeria, the Fulani herdsmen.
Oh, yeah.
Buhari is a Fulani man, I believe. I'm not even sure, to be honest. But I think he's a Fulani man.
I'll look it up. Go ahead.
So let's assume Buhari is a Fulani man. So many people have been killed by the Fulani herdsmen, constantly, thousands of people. But this guy never for once came to public and declared them a terrorist organization. He never for once ordered the Nigerian military to go all out on them.
He's Fulani. He's Fulani.
He's Fulani, yeah. So he never for once ordered the Nigerian military to go very hard against the Fulani herdsmen. So for those reasons, I mean, it's safe to come to the conclusion that the guy is biased, because I don't understand why people from your ethnic group are killing people from other ethnic groups and you're not doing anything about it. And then again, I'm pretty sure you know about IPOB, Indigenous Peoples of Biafra.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Igbos, right?
Yeah.
Some of the Igbos, not all the Igbos.
The Jews.
So the IPOB guys started recently. They came out. We want to separate from Nigeria or whatnot. No problem. They had a little bit of violence. Few people died. But guess what? In less than a month, Buhari declared IPOB a terrorist organization. How ridiculous is that?
It is.
You shouldn't do that, man. Like, your Fulani herdsmen have killed thousands of people, but you haven't declared them a terrorist organization. And all of a sudden, IPOB coming out, even though I do not agree with IPOB, but at the same time, I do not agree with the fact that Buhari labeled them a terrorist organization. Right after that happened,
he didn't go after. Has he at least labeled Boko Haram a terrorist organization?
Oh, Boko Haram has been labeled a terrorist organization before Buhari came into power. Yeah, before Buhari came into power. And Boko Haram is such a menace. It's crazy. I mean, to tell you how these guys joke with us and how ridiculous situation is, the head of the military, he came out sometime in 2017, and he said, "We have defeated Boko Haram. Everybody can relax. Go back to your normal businesses. Do your thing." A month later, Boko Haram came back, struck, killed hundreds of people. So why are they playing these types of games with us? It's unfortunate. I mean, I've never experienced Boko Haram myself. They've come close to where I was living, but I feel sorry for the people that are in that area, because
Oh no! Go finish your statement. I'm sorry. Finish your statement.
I mean, these people are in constant danger. Like when you hear anything about refugees, Nigerian refugees, they're from that area. Yeah, they're from that area. Like internally displaced people. There are so many camps in northeast Nigeria, in Cameroon, and in all that area. But it's just sad, man. I really wish something better could have been done. But we'll see how it goes for the next 4 years.
All right, let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got here. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Thank you for joining us, Bernice. Everyone, give Bernice B a shout out. Thank you for the super chat. She's been so supportive. Bernice, thank you again for the super chat and just being so supportive. So we could kind of have a measuring stick as far as Buhari and his progress in his previous tenure.
Yeah.
Goodluck Jonathan was the president before Buhari, correct?
Yes.
So how was Goodluck Jonathan during his presidential stint?
Oh, Goodluck Jonathan's presidential tenure. First of all, the guy came in based on emotions. People were irrational and they voted for Goodluck Jonathan. Why? They voted for Goodluck Jonathan because that was the first time a minority tribe, a minority ethnic group was getting to that position. So everybody was like, oh, we're sick and tired of these people. Like, I don't want to mention names right now. Or should I just go ahead and mention names?
Oh, yeah, go ahead, please.
I'm just going to do that. So people were sick and tired of Hausa people ruling the country for so long without any progress. So for the first time in the history of the country, a guy from the Ijaw ethnic group gets to that position. And people are like, oh, we are absolutely going to vote for this guy. And the second reason why people voted for Goodluck Jonathan is because he's a Christian. Like, religion has messed up our brains in that country. Religion, tribalism, those are the two major downfalls of the country. So now people voted Goodluck Jonathan because he was a Christian. They voted him because he was a guy from an ethnic minority group. And then the guy came in and he messed up so bad. Like, this guy was the opposite of the status quo. I mean, he was a university professor. He was a Christian. He was an Ijaw man. And then this guy got into power and he messed up terribly. Like, economy-wise, he totally messed up. And then the fact that he couldn't do anything with the economy, crime rates increased again. So the crime rate increased. Boko Haram really, really thrived during that period. And then Goodluck just looked like a confused guy. Like, whenever you Google Goodluck Jonathan, this guy's face is literally like this. Like, this guy had no clue what he was doing, man. Right. I disliked him so much, but at the same time, I felt sorry for him because the guy looked confused, man. This man had no clue what was happening.
All right. That's how he always looked, yeah.
Wait, say that again?
No, the Goodluck Jonathan face. That's how he always looked. Like, that's
the guy. I don't know, man. He had no clue what was going on, and then so he messed up terribly. And then people were like, "We got to vote this guy out." And Buhari came with the change mantra. He was like, "Oh, like
Barack Obama."
Exactly. And again, people emotionally voted for Buhari. When that happened, when I realized that we were left with two choices between Goodluck Jonathan and President Buhari. I was so sad. I was so angry. I didn't vote, man. I was in Nigeria, but I didn't vote because I'm like, this is a waste of time. Right. This is a waste of time. Like, do you know how hopeless you feel sometimes when you realize there is not going to be any positive change in the near future? But then, to be fair, once Buhari got into power, he's been trying to fight corruption to an extent, but he's not doing a good job with it, right? And then the whole hospital thing happened. He traveled abroad for over 100 days, like spending time in London, England, receiving top-notch medical treatment, while the citizens of Nigeria are constantly suffering because we don't have top-notch medical facilities. So it's ridiculous. Like you can't be the leader of a country and be enjoying certain benefits that people like. There is so much classism in the country. If you're rich, you're good. If you're poor, you're treated like shit.
So how was Buhari's first? Now, Buhari was president in the 80s too, right?
Yes, he was the head of state, the military head of state.
Okay, it was a coup. And that's how he got into power, or?
Man, I'm gonna have to look that up, to be honest. Because I'm not that conversant with the politics that happened in the 80s and the 70s. But Buhari has the word coup linked to his name somewhere. So he was involved in a coup at some point, but I'm not sure if it was the coup that brought him into power.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, while Buhari was the military leader, he was the military era.
Well, when you're the military leader, I'm thinking military. How does a military get into power? There's only like one way they took over.
Yeah, it was probably a coup, man. Like I'm just gonna have to pick that up right now.
Okay, that's cool. But everyone, as you enter the chat room, please hit the like button. So can we please get those likes up? Please hit the like button. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting. The topic is, how is the recent Nigerian election going to affect the Nigerian diaspora?
Okay, I have the answer right here.
Go ahead.
So this is an article from, it's actually on Wikipedia, but I mean, Wiki isn't really a reliable source of information, but let's just go with this for now. So it says, Buhari was one of the leaders of the military coup in 1986 that overthrew the democratic elected government of President Shehu Shagari. At the time of the coup plot, Buhari was the general officer commanding 3rd Armored Division of Jos. With the successful execution of the coup by Buhari, Idi Agbon was appointed Chief of General Staff. The coup ended Nigeria's short-lived Second Republic. A period of multi-party democracy started in 1979. According to the New York Times, I don't know why the New York Times has to write our story. Anyways, according to the New York Times, the officers who took power argued that a flawed democracy is worse than no democracy at all. Buhari justified the military seizure of power by castigating the civilian government as hopelessly corrupt and promptly suspended Nigeria's 1979 constitution. So that's pretty much what happened with the coup that Buhari was involved in. Yeah, he was the leader of a coup in '83.
Now, Original Delta says the old boy network in Nigeria prefers all the smart Nigerians to leave so they can govern the less educated. What are your thoughts on that statement?
So that's. I mean, he has a right to his opinion, but in my opinion, that doesn't hold any water. Because the reason why smart Nigerians are leaving Nigeria is because they're trying to get a better life. It's really that simple. It's not about anybody manipulating their minds and trying to make them escape from developing the country. That's not what it is. You leave the country as a medical doctor because the job you have as a medical doctor in Luth is Lagos State Teaching Hospital. While you're in Luth, you don't have standard equipment to treat the patients with. Your salary isn't being paid on a regular basis. Now, when you go to protest, a peaceful protest, you go stage a peaceful protest against the government, telling them that you guys need to pay up our salaries because you're owing us 5 months' salary. Guess what happens? The government sends soldiers and police officers to beat you up. So while you're being beaten up, aren't you going to feel hopeless? Aren't you going to look for a better opportunity somewhere else in the world? So it's not even about the external forces trying to push smart people out of the country. It's the nature of the country that forces people out of the country.
Okay, let me ask you this. I think we spoke on this before briefly. I think it's a good time to I guess bring this subject back up. If Rwanda, and everybody says that, Paul Kagame's a puppet and all this other stuff, but Rwanda could change with their issues. Why not Nigeria?
Hey, brother, Nigeria is such a complicated country that, our problems are unique. I don't think there is any other country in the world that experiences what we experience. I mean, a country with 500 ethnic groups, a country with so many people with so many different cultural beliefs, so many traditional beliefs. It's hard for those people to come together and progress as a unit. That's number one problem we have. In a country like Rwanda, they probably just have 10 ethnic groups, maybe 5. I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But, yeah, so I mean, we have a unique situation going on in Nigeria. And for that reason, we need a unique approach to make it move forward. I feel like that's why I'm in support of a man like Showore. Because Showore, he's exposed. I mean, the guy lived in the US for a while. He's an outspoken person condemning tribalism. Like, we hardly have any Nigerian leader that comes out condemning tribalism. Tribalism is one of our main problems. Religion is one of our main problems. People are so emotional when it comes to these two issues. They throw out every form of being rational. They want to vote for this person. They want to like this person because this guy worships the same God as me, or this guy is from the same ethnic group as me.
All right.
And that is our downfall. That's the main problem we're experiencing. But I've got to give Nigeria a little bit of credit because we're slowly moving forward, slowly, at a very slow pace. I mean, compared to other countries in Africa, if Kenya is progressing at a rate of 5.0, Nigeria is progressing at like 1.5, So it's still progression, but I mean, it's coming at a slow pace. Yeah.
Very, very, very slow. I had another question for you. Okay, here we go. Should Nigeria be split up?
Oh, that to me, in my opinion, is a futile action to take, because even within our sub-regions in Nigeria, there's so many ethnic clashes that go on. There are so many examples. I'll give you like 3 examples right now. So in the South region, the Ijaws and the Ichakiris in Delta State, they are constantly warring. These days, it's a little bit reduced. I mean, you don't hear too much killing and violence. It still happens though. Like, it's not like it's totally ended, but it's reduced. So check this out. The square area of Ijaw Ishakiri is like I'm just gonna estimate, but it's like a small area. Like, imagine the like Brooklyn. Brooklyn, New York has about 5 different tribes. And within those 5 tribes, there are 2 tribes that hate each other, constantly killing each other.
Right. Bloods in the crib. The dope boy.
Exactly. Yeah. Now, when you get to like the Southwest region in Osun State, the Modakeke and the Ifes, these guys are literally 18 minutes apart, 15 to 18 minutes apart if you're driving. So it's like, you can imagine that distance, right?
Right, yes.
So as little as that distance is, these guys have killed each other for so long, for hundreds of years.
I need to ask about these tribes. I haven't heard of them.
Yeah. These days it's reducing, and that's part of the progress that we're experiencing in the country. It's slightly reducing. Like, we don't really hear so much violence going on between the Ifes and the Modakekes, or the Ishakiris and the Ijaws, or the Ijebus and the Egbas. All those little tribes, normally, even though they are so close, people from Benin Republic, literally our next door neighbor, when they see Ifes and Modakekes, there is no difference. To them, you're the same. You understand what I'm saying? Like, a foreigner from the nearest African country that sees an Ife man and a Modakeke man can't even tell the difference. I'm even going too far. A Hausa man from the same country, from Nigeria, if it comes to Osun State, he can't tell the difference between Ife and Modakeke. But these people are killing each other. So if Nigeria decides to split, it's going to be to Nigeria's demise. Because when Nigeria splits because right now there are 3 major ethnic groups. If Nigeria decides to split along those 3 major ethnic groups, within those subgroups, those new countries that will be developed, there are still going to be internal clashes. Because some people are going to be emotional that this particular tribe has been the president. They've been in the presidency position for so long. We need to be in the presidency position. Forgetting the fact that you're supposed to be the president based on the content of your character, based on your ability to move the country forward, and based on how intelligent you are. But we don't think about these things. We always act emotional. So for Nigeria to split is just going to be a mess. In my personal opinion, even though I know for sure that we are different, like, I'm a Yoruba guy, for example. I am very, very different from a guy from Yobe State. We're totally different. Like, we physically look different, right? But I would rather be in the same country as that guy from Yobe State, because I know one thing for sure, that if we split, or if we split, I'm still going to be having problems with people from my Yoruba tribe that are of a different ethnic group. So for Nigeria to split, that's not the move we need. We need to stay united. We need to figure our stuff out. We need to stop being emotional. We need to ban, you know what we need to ban? We need to ban religious discrimination. We need to ban tribalism. Like, we need to outlaw it. Like, if you're a tribalist, if you're caught making tribalistic statements, I mean, you should pay a huge fine, or you should probably go to jail. That's what I support. But for us to start splitting into smaller countries, it's never going to yield anything. Let's look at a country like South Sudan.
Okay.
South Sudan splits from North Sudan.
Right.
Right now, South Sudan is one of the most chaotic countries in Africa.
Yeah, South Sudan might split from South Sudan.
So, I mean, what was the benefit of splitting if you're going to end up in the same situation or in the worst situation that you were in while you went in? So it doesn't make any sense, you know. And in Nigeria, even though the Igbos feel like they are being marginalized, oh, we are being discriminated against, it's not that. We're all so similar that it's hard for a particular group to suppress another group. Though the Hausas, they kind of have that power.
Repeat that again. Repeat that again. I think some people hear that you said.
We are so similar. We are similar, though we are different, but we are still physically similar to such an extent that it's going to be difficult for a group to suppress another group. I mean, Nigeria isn't a country whereby there is a region where people are really dark skinned, and then another region, people are light skinned, and then the light skinned people are in power and they're suppressing the dark skinned people. No, we don't have that happening. It's almost an even playing field. Almost. I'm not saying it is, but it's almost. So for that reason, I feel like if we stick together, we try to educate ourselves, we need a massive reorientation. That's one thing we need for sure. We need to understand that there is no point being a tribalistic moron because it moves you nowhere. There is no point talking down on someone else because he's of a different religious belief. All that stuff is garbage. Put that away. We need to move forward together. If people are angry, like the Biafrans, they always say, "Oh, we are being cheated. we don't have an airport in the country."
There's not an airport in what's the main state in help me out. It starts with an A. What's the state down there? It starts with an A. Adima.
Anambra State.
There's no airport in Anambra State?
I believe there is. I'm not too sure, but I know for sure there is an airport in Enugu. There is airports in Imo. I believe there is an airport in Abia. They have airports, but sometimes they're complaining about things like, "Oh, there is no international airport in the East." And this is done on purpose because they don't want us to progress. To me, that I don't want to curse, but it's a ridiculous claim. You know why it's ridiculous? You're angry at an incompetent government that we've had for the last 60 years, and then you think the government is doing that to you on purpose. The only reason why Lagos has an international airport is because when the British came into Nigeria, that was the first point of contact. They came into the sea, and the seaport is in Lagos, and that's why Lagos is the most developed country in Nigeria, the most developed city in Nigeria. So it's not like the airport in Lagos was built because Yoruba people are favored.
Can I play? I'm going to advocate for the Igbos here. Let me advocate for the Igbos. So then why is there an international airport in Abuja where the Hausa Fulani are?
Okay,
am I correct? Is that where the Hausa Fulani are? Like the other?
No. The Hausa Fulanis are further north. They are in like Katsina, Jigawa, like in the northern states. If you're traveling towards Niger Republic, that's where the Hausa Fulanis are. So the thing is, Abuja was originally settled by the Nupes and by the Nupe people. The Nupes, they have a rich historical story. They have a rich history, actually, the Nupes. And then the government came and said, we want to centralize the capital of the country. So we're going to put it literally in the middle of the country. And that's why Abuja is located in the middle.
So Abuja is not Hausa Fulani land. Okay. I thought it was. I'm sorry. I thought it was.
No, it's not. It's not Hausa Fulani. But most of the people living in Abuja are Hausas. Most people. And the reason why that is
that's why I thought it was Hausa Fulani, because
most people living in Abuja are Hausas. And the reason why that is because the Hausas have been in power for so long in the country, for over 50% of the existence of the country. And For that reason, and combined with the fact that Abuja is the administrative capital of the country. So they all move to Abuja. They make all the decisions that control the country, and they share the money in Abuja. So it's an attractive place for politician type of people and their families. Those people, just so you know, the corruption breeds heavily within them. They are like super corrupt people. Like those guys are untouchable. Each guy has like 5 AK-47 wielding mobile police officers following him around the city. When they're driving through the city, they're rolling in convoys with sirens blaring. Everybody else gets off the road. If you don't get off the road, police officers are going to jump off their vehicles, beat you up, get you off the road. You know, that's the kind of mentality that they have, right? It's crazy. It's nasty. It's not right. That shouldn't be happening. That is absolutely wrong. I condemn it 100%. But then again, that's the structure of Abuja. So Abuja is the administrative capital. That's where most of the financial decisions are made. And then money that people in as far as Calabar, as far as Borno, as far as Sokoto, the decisions that govern their financial situation is made in Abuja. So, and more, like I said, most of the people there are Hausas. The Igbos in Abuja are mostly business people, and the Yorubas in Abuja are mostly like workers, like civil servants. Then a lot of people have businesses. And I mean, I lived in Abuja for 23 years. So yeah, it's an interesting place. I witnessed Abuja dilapidate personally.
What do you mean dilapidate?
Oh, when I moved to Abuja in 1988.
Okay.
And then I left Abuja in 2012. While I was a kid, between 88 and 88 and 98, within those 10 years, I'll tell you what, whenever there was going to be a power outage in Abuja, they announced on the TV, they announced on the radio.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. We had almost constant power supply. The traffic lights in Abuja, I witnessed them slowly get destroyed. Like right now, if you go to Abuja, there are still traffic lights here and there. I was there in 2017, right? And I mean, there are still traffic lights, but just look at this crazy thing. A stop sign. Imagine a stop sign, a traffic stop sign, right? A politician campaigning for a political position. He takes his picture, puts it on the stop sign.
Yeah, that's legal?
Anything is legal in Nigeria, my friend. Like as long as you have the money and you don't get caught, like you can do anything. So this guy, it's a common thing. It's a common thing in Abuja. Traffic signs that are supposed to keep people safe on the roads, you find politician faces on those traffic signs. So that, in my opinion, that only means that the politician doesn't care about you guys. Because if he's trying to put your lives at risk by impeding the traffic signs, then he doesn't care about you guys. So it's crazy. It's ridiculous. So like I was saying, when it comes to the dilapidation that happened in Abuja, I witnessed Abuja transform from like a first world country standard to a lower standard. I mean, if you go to Abuja these days, the way the newer areas in Abuja are constructed, they have like open gutters. Normally the gutters are supposed to be closed, but when you have open gutters, and in Nigeria, you see pure waters everywhere, right? Pure water.
Yeah.
In the plastic bags. People drink pure waters, throw it in the gutter. Like the gutter is like a garbage.
Oh, that's all of Africa with the little water bags.
It's crazy, man. Like Rwanda banned plastic bags, man. Like that's a huge progress.
Kagame is a forward-thinking man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like Rwanda banned plastic bags, and that's why that's one of the reasons why they have the cleanest city in Africa, right? So I mean, I witnessed Abuja slowly transform to a Lagos-esque place. It's still a little bit better than Lagos. I mean, traffic-wise, population-wise, infrastructure wise, Abuja is slightly better than Lagos. Lagos is way more developed. I mean, it's spread out, it's big, but the little infrastructure in Abuja serves more people per population. If you understand what I'm saying, right?
All right.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, I witnessed Abuja slowly decline. Like I saw that happen. But it is what it is.
Now, this I keep hearing people say, if you could explain this, that the British put the Hassa Fulani in power. Can you expand on that when people say that?
Yeah, I have a little knowledge about that.
Okay.
So back in the days, right, when the British came and they were about to leave, so Lord Lugard, the guy that basically created the amalgamation of the Northern Territory and the Southern Territory, that made the guy that was responsible for the development of Nigeria, and his girlfriend named Nigeria.
So that's a true story about his girlfriend named Nigeria.
Oh yeah. It's a true story.
Okay.
So, so yeah. When that happened, I know there was a time during that period also the French were trying to come in from the north of the country, and the British were coming in from the south, and they had a little bit of a war. The Hausas, the Hausas had their empire, the Sokoto Caliphate, and they were actually good. They were quite developed as a way back then. But somehow, some way, the British and the Hausas became good friends. And in the process of the British trying to leave that area, they handed power over to the Hausas. Like those guys were the first people that were in charge of the country. And then most of the military officers, like, I don't really know the intricate details of this, but I wish any Nigerian in the comment section can, like, enlighten me on this stuff, right? So most of the military generals that we had back then, like the top military guys, they were Hausas. So these Hausa guys, they basically ruled the country and they kept on passing power from one guy to the other, generation to generation. And then the few non-Hausa people that were there, they had no choice but to work with them. And then that was where the first Igbo guy in Odugu, he got angry. He was like, no, we're not going to take this stuff anymore. We're going to separate because you guys are controlling us too much. To me, that is a fair argument, like, why would a particular group that is not progressing the country stay in power for so long? Right? That is fair enough. But then again, during that period, Ojukwu started the Diaspora movement. It led to a civil war. Over 1 million people died. We're back to square one. Right now, the Igbo region hasn't really developed as it should have developed.
Now, is it a conspiracy against the Igbos? Like,
man, Igbo people are going to come for my neck for talking about this, bro. But I'm going to tell you what, I don't think it's a conspiracy.
Let's do this. Hold on.
It's not a conspiracy.
Igbo's in here. Hold on one second. Biafran brothers and sisters. Original Delta. You want to hop on the chat? Original Delta. I'm calling you out. You want to hop on the chat? Original Delta. Okay, Original Delta. Let me know if you want to hop on the chat. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it's a conspiracy against the Igbos. I mean, maybe I'm just naive. It's possible I'm just a naive guy that doesn't know what he's talking about. But when I grew up in Nigeria, going through primary school, secondary school, university, all the Igbos that I had connection with, they were normal people. They were just like me. We're all going through the same struggles, through the same Nigerian problems. If you go to apply for a job and you have an Igbo name versus you having a Yoruba name, you're equally treated. The only time you're not treated equally is if the owner of the company is from your tribe. That's the only time that people are separately treated. But if it's like a generic place that you're going to apply for a job, You're equally treated, and most likely you're not going to get a job because there are few jobs for people in the country as well too. So, but then again, I mean, like I always say this, man. People come from an emotional standpoint when they're bringing up all these arguments. So I don't think, but okay, let's check out the statistics. In the history of the country, Igbos have only been in leadership position for about 10% of the existence of the country.
Mm-hmm.
So that again might be a fair argument for them to make it look like, okay, why are we always sidelined? Why? You know, but Hausa people, I know one thing for sure. It's a general thing in Hausa land. They don't trust Igbos. Hausa people don't trust Igbos, and Igbo people don't trust Hausas.
I heard Hausas had the best suya. Is that true?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, without a doubt, nobody can take that from them. And if you want to get the best suya, you go to Abuja.
That's what everybody's telling me. I gotta get to Abuja.
Yeah. Abuja has the best suya.
Hold on. At Oba, where are you from? I had Kalisha. Kalisha's like beef jerky. It's okay. I wasn't really impressed with it. I had Kalisha when I was in
Oba Tokumbo is Yoruba. That's a Yoruba name.
Oba, would you like to come on? Oba, we invite you to come on. You wanna come on? Oba Tokumbo. We're gonna walk through. Oba Tokumbo, would you like to come on?
Should I tell you what Tokumbo means?
What's it mean?
Tokumbo means
you can't. What you mean you can't? I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link. What's your email, Oba? Oba, email me if you want to come on. You know where you're located doesn't matter. I'm in Georgia. If you want to come on, email. Okay, Oba, email me. Email me. My email's right there. And I'm gonna send you a link, and then I'll give you the opportunity. So it can be fair and balanced. See, we do fair and balanced over here at Search for Huru. So you could come on. You know, I don't want any yelling, any screaming. You know, we're gonna be fair and balanced here. You're more than welcome to come on.
Hey, brother, just so you know, Oba is a Yoruba guy. He's a Yoruba guy like me. So I don't know if that's fair enough. He's not an Igbo guy.
Well, yeah, well, Oba is like the priest, right?
Yeah, Oba is like the king.
The king, yeah, right.
Yeah, the king, yeah. And then Tokumbo is a Yoruba sentence that means
Oba Tokumbo, where are you from? Like,
come back from the sea.
Oba, are you from Nigeria or are you from America?
No, it's definitely
Black American. This is your name that you gave yourself.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like Oba Tokumbo, yeah. Where are you from? Yeah, Oba's the king, right?
Yes, and Tokumbo means someone that came from the seas.
Okay, I was born in Memphis, Tennessee, but my father is Yoruba. No, I want a Igbo to come on. See, I knew when you said Oba Tokumbo and Yoruba name mixed with Igbo, I knew. See, I told you he's Black American, and yeah, you know he changed his name like me. I need a Igbo. Igbo, if you want to come on, that's fine, no problem. Okay, all right, go ahead. I'm sorry, Adewale.
Yes. So yeah, I was just explaining what Tokumbo means. Tokumbo means someone that came from overseas. That's what Tokumbo means.
Okay.
Tokumbo. So, like the NBA player, Ate Tokumbo.
The guy that plays for the Bucks, right, from the Greece.
I'm not sure what team he plays for, but that guy's name is Tokumbo, but he switched it. He modified it into a Greek word. Okay. But that word is actually Tokumbo, right? It's a Yoruba name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then again, I mean, each tribe has its positive and negatives, like every other group of people in the world. At the end of the day, Nigeria is a good country that has potentials.
Oh yeah.
But we're not achieving what we're supposed to achieve because of
Igbo. Hold on, I got it. Ijoma, do you want to come on? Ujielma, Uwasamba.
Yeah. You know the right pronunciation? Oh, I see another Igbo brother there. Obi. Obi
Obi, you want to come on?
RJ Obi RJ. And then we have Ijeoma Uwasomba.
Mm-hmm.
Those are Igbo sisters, brother and sister. Yeah.
Hold on one second. Oh, but no offense, Oba, but I want an Igbo to come on. I want an Igbo to come on. So any Igbo out there, if you want to come on, I want an Igbo to come on. Yeah. That's what I want. I want an Igbo to come on. So Adewale, the future of Nigeria, what do you foresee? Next this upcoming
Okay, this is what I foresee. This is what I foresee. So, the president, Muhammadu Buhari, is a Fulani man. His vice president, Osibanjo, is a Yoruba man. Osibanjo is a professor or a doctor. He's an educated guy, and he's actually really intelligent. And check this out. During that period that Buhari was in England for medical treatment for a couple of months, the economy actually improved in a short time. So a lot of people are giving Osibanjo credit to knowing the best thing to do, right? So what I think is going to happen is after the next 4 years of of Buhari's reign as president, he's going to try to put his deputy, Osibanjo, to run for the next presidency. And then Igbos are going to be angry because they're going to be like, not again, we need an Igbo president. That is a fair reason to be mad, right? But in my opinion, I feel like being the president shouldn't be about tribe. It should be about intellect and knowing what you're doing to move the country forward. But that's another argument. A lot of people are going to disagree with me. Now, if Buhari continues with what he started in the first 4 years, he should be able to make some progress. Corruption fighting wise, yes, it should be able to make some progress because there are some guys that are already under the radar, but they haven't been indicted yet. They haven't been arrested yet. So, I mean, if the guy continues, there is a huge chance that those people that are already under the radar, they're going to be arrested, indicted, probably charged. That's number one. Number two, there are some infrastructural projects and developments that have been going on in recent times. Some started at the administration before Buhari. Some started during the Buhari's administration. If Buhari continues and he doesn't F up, there is a good chance that he's going to complete some of those projects. Like there is a rail line right now that connects Abuja to Kaduna. That happened in this last administration. Though it started in the previous administration, but it was completed in Buhari's administration. Another rail line is currently being constructed from Lagos to Ibadan. If Buhari continues,
Ibadan. Now, Ibadan is the largest city in Nigeria, right?
Yeah, it's the largest. It's the second largest city in Africa.
Land size, not population, but land size or population?
Yeah, land size.
Okay.
Yeah. The largest city in Africa is Cairo, Egypt. The second largest is Ibadan. But Ibadan is a massive ghetto. Massive.
I've been there.
Oh, it's a huge ghetto, right?
But you got to go to Ibadan to get to Osun State.
Yeah. You have to pass through Ibadan to go to Osun State. So
traffic in Ibadan is terrible.
Oh yeah, because they don't even have good road networks. Like the roads are like small roads, haphazardly constructed, like nothing structured, Ibadan has a long way to go. But people would always have their pride. They would always be like, oh, my state is the best, my ethnic group is the best, all your other guys suck, but I'm a Yoruba guy, and Ibadan is a Yoruba state, Yoruba city, and I'm criticizing Ibadan because I mean the place is a shit show. But what was I saying? So Buhari, if he can, I mean, if he can step on the gas a little bit more, maybe Nigeria would improve a little bit, just a little bit. But to me, he's not supposed to be the right person there, right? I wouldn't have voted for Buhari if I had the opportunity to vote. I would never vote for Buhari. But if that's what we have to be optimistic and hope he can do something great. So yeah, when it comes to the security situation, the solution to the security situation in Nigeria is employment, job creation. If people have jobs, if people have sources of livelihood, if electricity can be fixed, honestly, if just electricity, the electricity problem in Nigeria can be fixed, just that one problem. And that's where all these guys are fucking up, all the leaders that we have. Right. If Buhari had come into the position of power and focused solely on electricity, that would go a long way in reducing so many negative things about the country. Because number one, Nigerians are very industrious, very, very, very industrious people. So if we have electricity, that automatically creates like 50 million jobs automatically, because we don't need to go look for jobs from employers. We would create jobs. But I mean, if there is no electricity and we're still relying on generators that are imported from China in the millions, so millions of generators are imported from China, and obviously there is a political agenda that creates that line. Because if the electricity problem is fixed, then China stops making money from exporting generators to Nigeria. That's one. Number two, the politicians that are supposed to liaise with the Chinese, they've already sold out. They've made terrible deals with China. So the Chinese are going to be bribing them to ensure that the electricity situation doesn't improve in the country so that they can continue making billions of dollars from exporting just generators to Nigeria. So there's a political agenda when it comes to electricity thing. But I mean, if Buhari was a smart guy, that's one thing he should have focused on. And I'll tell you how terrible this thing is.
Go ahead.
Imagine Obasanjo, as at 1999, spent 16 billion US dollars.
On what?
Let me say that again. He spent 16 billion US dollars on electricity in the country. And the capacity went up from 3,000 megawatts to 4,500 megawatts.
Is that good? No, it's terrible. It's terrible, right? It's terrible.
That's garbage. Just the state of New York only probably generates over 20,000 megawatts. So what are they doing? So much corruption, we need to keep calling these guys out. I mean, nobody goes to jail, obviously, but if we keep on calling them out, maybe sometime in the future, someone is going to go to Kahunas to go arrest them and put them in jail. Right. But for now, it's not happening.
He has the big, nice presidential library now where he lives, right? Oh, you said Obasanjo, right? Obasanjo, right?
Yes. He has a huge farm. The guy's one of the most wealthy Nigerians too. As long as the criteria to become wealthy in the country is
politician,
run through a political position, steal a lot of money, parlay off that position that you're in, and start up huge businesses. That's why whenever someone tells me in Nigeria that, oh, I want to go into a political position, I already don't have trust for you, because I'm like, are you one of those numerous people that want to go into politics to steal money, or you're trying to go into politics to effect a positive change? But until they get into the office, at which 90% of them disappoint, it's just a problem. And you know the most tricky part of the country? This is the trickiest part of the country. So everybody focuses on presidential elections and senatorial elections. People hardly focus on local government elections.
But that's how it is here in America too.
But in a country like Nigeria, with the million diversity that we have, we're supposed to focus more on the local government elections as opposed to the presidential elections. Because how many things is Buhari going to do? How many problems is Buhari going to solve?
Right.
We're supposed to be focusing more on these guys at the local government level, because at that level, corruption goes unnoticed. These guys get money allocated to them. They steal the money. Nobody knows about it because they're in the local level. Everybody focused on the presidential, on the federal level, right? So we also need to have that change in mindset whereby we should start focusing more on the guys elected at the local government level before we put more focus on the state level and the federal level. Yeah.
Somebody said, go to the north and see ghetto. Everybody says the north, like the poverty is real bad up north.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you the dynamics of the country. So
go ahead.
The northerners have the highest poverty rate. But at the same time, they have the richest people in the country.
Right. They go there, yeah.
So obviously you can tell that there's something wrong somewhere. Sorry,
Yeah, you're echoing now. You just started echoing now. Hello?
Yeah.
Keep talking.
Is it better now?
That's better.
Yeah.
Keep talking, yeah.
Okay, so it's such a huge dichotomy that it's a cause of concern. We need to investigate what's going on. Well, we don't even need to investigate because we already know what's going on. What's going on is the rich people in the north, like I said, they got their wealth from politics because they've been in power for like 60% of the existence of the country. They expand the wealth to their family members.
All right.
Now, in the north, it's predominantly Muslim.
Right.
And there's a thing about Muslims, the Islamic religion.
Go ahead.
They highly encourage helping the poor, giving alms to the poor, feeding the poor, and just contributing to the poor, right? So for that reason, a lot of the poor northerners, they don't take that extra step to make themselves better because they already know that they're going to get alms. They're going to get pennies from the rich people. So in the north, they have their cultural dynamic going on there whereby it's just hard to penetrate. Now, when it comes to the southeast and the southwest, the southeasterners, the Igbos, super industrious. They love money. The Igbos they love money so much. They are the highest money lovers in the country. And for that reason, they go to the farthest extent to get money. So Igbos get money through legal means and illegal means.
Okay.
Igbos are the most traveled Nigerians. You find Igbos in countries like Kyrgyzstan, St. Petersburg in Russia.
All over the planet. All
over the world. Like Kazakhstan, Iran. You find Igbos everywhere. Alaska. So Igbos travel a lot. They go to weird countries. They make money. They do business. There are tons of them in China. They're constantly shipping stuff en masse to the country. To me, it negatively impacts the developmental opportunities for the country.
How so?
Yeah, because if import is greater than export in any society, then the economy is negatively impacted.
Okay, I got you.
Right? So the Igbos are constantly shipping stuff into the country. I'm not mad at them. They're just trying to make money to take care of themselves and their family. So who am I to criticize them for that? So Igbos are industrials. And Igbos, I'll tell you what, when it comes to crime in the country, the highest crime, the people that commit the highest numbers of crime are Igbos, then Yorubas. when it comes to crime, it's crazy. Igbo people do crazy stuff to get money. Like they are crazy up in the East. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yorubas too are crazy. Like when it comes to like 419 internet fraud, and I'm a Nigerian prince. I have $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
Send me $2 million and I will give you back $10 million. Yorubas do that a lot. A lot, without a doubt, right? So I mean, we are equally criminal oriented. But then again, when it comes to the West, the Westerners, the Yoruba people, they're the most educated. You find a lot of Yoruba people traveling to Western countries, predominantly Western countries. We go to like US, UK, Australia, Western Europe, those types of countries. And we go for educational purposes most times. And we stay behind, And we don't mean any evil. We don't mean any. We're not trying to compete or trying to take your resources. We're just trying to get a better life. That's all it is, But then this preaching is not going to change people's minds. They are still going to hate us regardless, and that's fine. So that's pretty much what the country is like. And then the Northerners, a lot of them are rich, and most of them are poor at the same time. So it's just that's how the country is. And in between these tribes, these three major ethnic groups, there are many subgroups, so many subgroups that even though they are geographically located in the eastern part of the country, they don't consider themselves Igbos. Right?
Let's see here. Everyone in the chat room. Thank you. I mean, what we'll do, just no one else is coming on. We'll go ahead and close out, brother. I mean, anything else you want to, share? Any closing words, and also shout out your page, how people can reach you, and
Yes. So, if you're a boxing fan, if you like listening to boxing news, you're interested in boxing, subscribe to my channel. It's Adewale M. That's what the channel is. And please, people, we need to support the American champion, Deontay Wilder. The guy speaks up for African affairs. He's constantly fighting for the progression of Black people. He's a great champion in the ring. He's knocked out everybody he's ever faced in the ring. I mean, the guy needs more support, man. Please, people, support this guy. He's doing great. To me, it gets ridiculous when guys from other countries come into the US and start stating claims that they are better than the champ, but they are afraid of fighting him, actually. So, yeah, I'm a huge boxing fan, and I talk about boxing, so you can check me out on Adewale M.
Yes, sir. Guys, make sure you subscribe to Brother Adewale's YouTube page. But Adewale, thank you so much for thank you for hold on, type the social link in here. Can't find it. Adewale M on YouTube. Are you looking for Adewale's YouTube page? Brother, do you have a link to it? If you could email me the link so I can put it in the chat room real quick.
Okay.
No, I want an Igbo from Igbo land to come on. I mean, that's what I want. Afime, what's going on, brother? That's what I want. Because it's only fair. Like we're fair and balanced over here.
Man, how do I get the YouTube link now? On the system? What do you mean?
Oh, he found it.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone, thank you for joining us. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you go to search for Huru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Until next time, family, make sure you go subscribe to Adewale's page as well. You know, that's my Nigerian name too.
I know. I seen it on your Instagram, and it's a great name.
Family, make sure you go subscribe to Adewale.
It's a really good name, actually, because Adewale means the crown comes home. So I mean, you represent royalty at this point, right?
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for you, bro. Like, I'm so happy. Like, you're doing a really, really great job. I'm not gonna lie to you, and your platform is such a blessing. I feel so blessed to be here, to be able to speak to thousands of people. I mean, that I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, and keep doing what you're doing, brother.
No problem, brother. No problem. Until next time, Dynasty Mirror, search for Huru. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Till next time, family. Peace.
Peace.